Chat, fair warning. This one's gonna suck ass. But then again, that's what I said about yesterday, and we immediately dropped a viewer. You know what? Fair enough. I'm not doing a good job selling myself. We're at the end of Weather Institute. Yay, yippee, wahoo. Problem. Shelly's one of the hardest fights, like, that we've done, period, up to this point. She is absolutely fucking merciless. I'm talking 2 legendary adjacent Pokemon on her team, in the forms of Nihiligo and Tornadus, a multi-scale Choice Band Dragonite, Mega Blastoise. Like, she's got a lot of demons, and we're gonna need to figure out a way to get past those demons. I'm not sure what that way is gonna be quite yet. Let me turn the music down a little bit. It's a little loud. Oh wait, it's just loud because I have my earbuds turned up. There we go. But yeah, there we go. I guess let's get cooking. Why is my notepad in front of my face? Get out of here. Like, immediately right out the gate, we have an absolute doozy of a guy, Mienshao, with Inner Focus, Focus Sash, Fake Out, Knock Off, Close Combat, Reversal. This thing's just an absolute fucking menace. I maybe have a way to get by it, but it does require more than one guy. The problem is that it has, you know, it has Focus Sash, so we can't knock it out in one hit. It has Inner Focus, so we can't flinch it to break Focus Sash, nor can we use Intim guys on the pivot to drop its attack to make it a little less devastating. And if we try to do big damage turn 1, or in this case turn 2 because of Fake Out, it then has Reversal to absolutely chunk us. And as you can see, we only have 3 Pokemon on our team capable of outspeeding it. Talonflame, Hisuian Electrode, and Greninja. Now, let me get my little note thing set up over here. Aqua Admin Shelly. Now, if we wanted to do something kind of... Jeez, Close Combat still does so much damage. Why does Close Combat do that much damage? So, one option is to open with Hisuian Electrode, pre-damage it by just a couple of points, by like 5 HP. So that way Mienshao always sees... Oh wait, but Close Combat is a slow KO, so actually that would be tied with Fake Out, wouldn't it? Well, it wouldn't be tied. I think there's a chance it would go for Fake Out instead. Because I was going to say, like, oh, bait Close Combat, Volt Switch to break Sash, send in Talonflame to take Close Combat, and get a retaliatory KO with Brave Bird, but that actually might not work. Annoying. Okay. Now, the thing is, none of its attacks really do that much damage. One option could potentially be... Well, its attacks do a lot of damage. I shouldn't say it like that, but like... Highest damage after Fake Out is Close Combat. Because the problem is that with most Pokemon, you have to take 3 hits from this thing. 1 Fake Out, 1 thing for while you break its Sash, and then another hit while you actually go in for the KO. The only way we could theoretically circumvent that is by using something like a Rough Skin Mon to be able to tank Fake Out, do some chip on the Crackback. Okay, so that seems like a bot. Account created 16 minutes ago. What the fuck? Dog, why'd you make your account while you're driving and then follow High Octane? What? My squad. I think he followed me. I haven't gotten a notification about it, but it said that he followed me 13 seconds ago. Also, hi Hannah. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, no, I do in fact have one more follower than I did a minute ago. Why am I not getting shit in my activity feed? That's strange. I was gonna say, rolling up with the squad in this incredibly hype math stream. Hashtag my squad. Oh, yep, there's the follow. I just got the email for it. Dog, what the fuck? Could you imagine if that was a real guy, though? like, oh shit, this person seems to have a really good personality. I like the music, I like Run and Bun. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna get all my boys, and we're gonna hop in here. What do you mean they banned me? Okay. So... we could try to get funny and, like, click Parish song on Altaria. It goes... hold on, wait. Wait, this could be stupid. Knockoff does a lot of damage, but if I'm not actually holding an item... I mean, at that point, just click Anchor Shot twice, right? But no. Because the thought process is, like, send in Altaria, click Parish song, 3 turns till Parish, swap to Delmise, 2 turns till Parish, click Anchor Shot, 1 turn till Parish, swap to something else. And then, like, you know, it can only click Knockoff. That is actually kind of insane that the only move that it has that can do damage to Delmise is Knockoff. I wonder if we could do something with that. Like, Togedemaru, if you're max level and not holding a magnet, how much damage does Knockoff do to you? And then if we set you to 65... Knockoff still does a lot. Because I'm wondering, like... because we could do something like open with Garchomp. It uses Fake Out to clap us. Ooh, how many Jacoba berries did I get? Let me boot up the emulator and take a look. Is this one of the... would you consider this a valid spot to use one of them? Because I know they're an incredibly limited resource. I know that I got a pretty good amount of one and a bad amount of another. Okay, so we have 4 Jacoba berries, 2 Roap berries. So that is true that we could turn Fake Out against it. Because isn't 4 the max? I believe it's 2 to 5. So I think I learned actually that the like berry document is wrong and that you should actually subtract 1 from all of the values for some reason. So I think the range is actually 1 to 4. Or it could be 2 to 4. It might be subtract 1 from the max range. I just remember learning in the Discord that actually 4 is like a really good pull. Because, like... hell, we could even maybe fight it with Talonflame. Where, like, after it uses Fake Out, breaks Focus Sash with Jacoba Berry. Theoretically, actually, we don't need Jacoba Berry. We could use Talonflame, spam Roost, and, like, wait for it to get burned from Flame Body. It's maybe not, like, a great option, but, like, if it clicks Close Combat, it'll drop its defense, which... oh, wait, no, I think Flare Blitz and Brave Bird do the same amount of recoil. Just shows less, yeah, because it doesn't kill. Yeah, Fake Out, we could do it with Gramble. It wouldn't go for Fake Out, it would just go for CC into Lucario. I'm thinking about, like, oh, Steadfast Lucario. If we flinch, we get +1 speed, but you don't flinch if you swap in on the Fake Out turn, and it would just go to CC us to death. I mean... I'm trying to think, like, can I PP stall Close Combat with my Ghost types? But yeah, so we could theoretically... like, hell, if we wanted to get kind of greedy with Talonflame, like... because I'm curious, okay, what's the max survivability on this? If I were to, like... if I were to scale defense, I know, haha, April says look at scale. But, like... max defense Talonflame only takes 61% from CC. Ooh... I did almost forget clicking Roost makes us not a flying type anymore, which means that CC would actually do insane damage. So never mind. Yeah, Roost takes away your flying typing until the end of the turn.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a pure flying type, what would that do to you? If you were a pure flying type, what would that do to you?
I believe you come typeless for the round, though there haven't been pure flying types. I suppose the question is, can Rookidee or Tornadus learn Roost? Corvus Squire, maybe. But yeah, no. I think the primary way to become typeless is to be a fire type that uses Burn Up. It's a move that can only be used if you're a fire type, and once you use it, you lose your fire typing. Okay, so how much does Jacoba Berry do?
Yeah, Roost is an egg.
Funny. Okay. One-eighth of its max HP. Okay, so it's functionally rough skin. So that wouldn't put it into kill range on Overheat. Oh, but it would close combat me after using Fake Out. Okay, so Turtonator's an option. I suppose with Jacoba Berry, it kind of gives us our pick of the litter for what we want to use. Like, we just need to make sure that we're, like, baiting in the right thing next. I know Meteor Beam has special AI. Because I'm pretty sure we can handily counter Nihilego with Excadrill. Because Excadrill can come in, rapid spin away Stealth Rocks, become faster than Nihilego, secure KO with high horsepower. None of its attacks do that much damage to it, even if it gets the +1 special attack boost. It basically doesn't do anything. So that's nice at least. Definitely, we don't even need Soft Sand. Okay. Yeah, there's no one who can do this cleaner. Because we don't have any, like, insane priority moves. Ah, hey Peacock. Welcome to stream. We're doing the hashtag Big Math. Wow. I'm almost wondering... we could get really funny with Ledian. Because, like, highest damage move against it is knockoff. Procs rattled, makes Ledian faster than it. We use, like, encore on knockoff, and now that we're faster, we U-turn to something else that can take knockoff. It's really stupid, but... You know, Torterra, I'm impressed how much damage you can do with Giga Drain to this thing. Okay, I think the most straightforward answer... Because is there anything on their team that can outspeed Talonflame? I don't think so. Okay. Which means that they would go for Nihilego. And theoretically, with the recoil we take from Acrobatics, there's a chance it clicks Sledge Wave, which is an even freer swap to Excadrill. Like, yeah, Power Gem doesn't do anything, Meteor Beam doesn't do anything. I suppose what we should do is see how well we get through this fight, assuming we're using Jacoba Berry Talonflame. And if we end up only needing 5 Pokemon, we can instead grab Togedemaru or Garchomp to take Fake Out, use Rough Skin, swap CC onto Talonflame, which never kills, and then get a Revenge Kill with like Flare Blitz or Brave Bird. Damn, a lot of bots today. So, 1 second. Nope. Okay. There is nothing that would stop me and Shao from clicking Fake Out turn 1. Ah, okay. I knew that Meteor Beam had special AI, I just hadn't looked at it yet. Yeah, so... Interesting. It never uses it if it's not holding a power-up. I suppose that makes sense. The AI doesn't like having 2-turn moves. because those are highly exploitable. Yeah, okay. So Meteor Beam's on Excadrill. Gets its +1 special attack stage. Crits. Yeah. Even if it were to somehow, like... Yeah. Crit with Meteor Beam, and then crit with Power Gem after we use Rapid Spin, like, we're fine. Okay. So... Glad to see Excadrill finally getting some use. Jaboca Berry, not Jacoba. Equip Tallow with Jaboca Berry. As that Dragonite would come in on random move. Ooh, yeah, I see your meaning. And this thing's really fucking tough to answer. Like, if I could guarantee it on Fire Punch. Okay, so we might need to be a little smarter about this. So first opens Mien. Open with Tallow. Let me confirm something really quick. I assume Meteor Beam is perfectly accurate. It is. And then, like, it might go for Stealth Rock's turn, too. But it also might not. Yeah, and I don't think we have anything that can kill Mienshao that falls in between the line of Nihilego and Tornadus in terms of speed ranges. How fast is Exa? If I spin, Excadrill is 184. Just a little faster than Tornadus. That would have been really funny. I'm like, oh shit. Do we finally get, I was gonna say, do we finally get some upside from our thing having Garbo stats? No. No, we don't. Okay. Steelix can't take care of rocks. Actually, it might not even bait in Dragonite. Because, like, realistically, it might bait Outrage, which is so very frustrating. This Dragonite's such a bitch. I'm gonna say, as a rock poison type, what even is your defensive profile? Because you're not weak to fighting. You are weak to steel.
You're very weak to ground.
It's weak to water, ground, psychic, steel. Time for weak to ground specifically. And I don't think my other rapid spinners, yeah, can't kill Nihilego. Trying to think, like, maybe if we incorporate... If we could incorporate a step in the pivot chain that specifically, like, baits a poison move to get Excadrill in for free. But even then, we're baiting either Aqua Tail or Fire Punch. Neither of which are particularly good for us. Thankfully, though it doesn't look like it, most of our guys can actually probably two-hit this thing because its ability gives it extra defense while it's at full HP. Yeah. So things that don't look like they can two-hit KO it can actually two-hit KO it pretty easily. So there's some relief in that. Not a lot, but some. See, if we could get this thing on Fire Punch, we could swap Talonflame back in and spam Roost. Okay. Lucario outspeeding D-Knight, so you can skip it for right now might be legit. Oh, yeah. The only thing is, then we're still likely dealing with Stealth Rocks. Yeah, we don't even need to necessarily give Lucario a held item to make Meteor Mash a one-hit KO. We can just Meteor Mash into V-Wave. Not the end of the world. Fair point. I'm trying to figure out, like, why is it showing that Lucario isn't beating Nihilego? It's because we don't have auto-refresh. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, that's the annoying thing about Nihilego is that actually, like, a lot of things beat it, but it sets up Stealth Rocks. Because, okay, let's assume Lucario beats Nihilego. Garchomp can also beat it, but not faster. Okay. So, Lucario's guaranteed bringing in Tornadus second. Because it's going to see a fast kill with Acrobatics. Or not second, third. Which is kind of good. I believe Tornadus loses the 1v1 to Arcanine. Like, if we bring in Arcanine on Acrobatics, even with the Citrus Berry, after its gem's gone, Grass Knot will still do more damage. So that would probably bring in... Oh, it wouldn't bring in D-Knight, actually. That's right. Or would it? It would bring in D-Knight, because Arcanine would be faster than everything else. But if we have to deal with Stealth Rock's chip... Heat Wave makes this thing such a bitch. Like, stealth rocks into acrobatics always proc citrus berry. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure if Arcanine were to come in to take care of Tornadus, we would run into the same issue of our HP would be so low, we're bringing in Dragonite on functionally random move. Like, I think it's even possible that, assuming Stealth Rocks are up, our HP would be so low that we could even bait Dual Wing Beat. Why doesn't it show Gyarados as red to it? Oh, I guess because you're only red if there's a guaranteed 100% chance to kill you. Funny. Also, hi Rose, welcome to stream. Very impressed by Steelix's showing. Back to you. Like... yeah, not even with max special attack. Could we one-hit KO Tornadus with Wall Rain? It wouldn't matter. We would take 2 hits and die before we even had the chance. Like... if it went for Heat Wave on the turn we swapped out Lucario, that'd be nice. The odds of that aren't good. Defog is kind of a choice, but not really. Dhelmise just dies. Lamau. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's going to, You know, I'm curious about something. 1, 2, 0. Okay, yeah, it doesn't, pre-calc, the boost for, Meteor Beam. So yeah, one thing we need to keep in mind is that Meteor Beam is always fired off at a +1. The attack charges on the first turn and executes on the second. Couldn't do any roost shenanigans. Yeah, so we only have a few guys who can kind of deal with this thing. Like, Steelix can guaranteed kill. It's just a matter of getting someone in who can clear off rocks, because otherwise I don't think we have a good counter to Tornadus without a sack. Excadrill's HP is likely low enough to potentially show Outrage. I wonder. Just how much does Ice Punch on Hitmonchan do? This doesn't matter, you're slower, actually. It's true. I almost wonder if the Sec is Excadrill. Probably not, though. Ideally, Roserade is able to do roll compression well enough to be able to take care of Lantern Blastoise. Like, if Exca's the way forward, and we bring, say, Nomo. See, the funny thing, actually, if it's Aqua Tail or Fire Punch, Nomo doesn't die. Nomo just stays in and gets off 2 Ice Beams and wins. But if it's Outrage, Nomo loses. Because, like, I assume it doesn't get locked into doing 2 to 3 turns of Outrage if that goes into a Fairy type. God, that'd be really funny if Nomo was the answer to this. That'd be so fucking funny. I mean, what happens if Swampert wouldn't do much here, right? Actually, I'm surprised at how well Mudkip is bulking Aqua and Fire Punch. Hold on. Swampert. Level 65. Yeah, not really. not remarkable. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Exca can at least guarantee that it never goes into dual wing beat range. Like, Nihiligo would need to get crazy crits. And the other thing worth noting is we only have a chance at... Like, it only has a chance to go for Outrage if it Meteor Beams into Power Gem. If it Meteor Beams into Stealth Rock, and, like, Meteor Beam doesn't crit, I think maybe even if it does, 25%. Odds are very high it gets locked into Aqua Tail or Fire Punch. And then we just bring Nomo, the improbable, to the fight. The question is, what happens if Outrage? What can beat this thing if it gets locked into Outrage? Because Nomo dies instantly to Outrage, so it wouldn't be able to break multiscale, unless we also gave Nomo a Jacoba Berry, but that seems a bit excessive. At that point, we would need something that has, like, Fake Out and a, like, really good stab move. Oh yeah, no, Nomo can absolutely slow flip into something that could kill Dragonite for better baits. Hashtag the Better Baits Bureau. Hey, Turtle. Welcome to stream, hon. Because, like, we can't use... So if it goes to Outrage, we either can't use Grand Bull, or we could get funny with Grand Bull. because we could swap in Granbull and spam one of its debuff moves until it swaps into what we know it would swap into, which is presumably like, yeah, it would be Tornadus. Just because it does the most damage with acrobatics. Spamming like Charm or Scary Face. The problem is that then we would need to deal with Dragonite later. Because, yeah, Granbull is not fast enough to show KOs to other things. So it definitely would still swap out. And also, then we're dedicating, like, 3 Pokemon to dealing with Dragonite, which is not good. I mean, if we bulked up Excadrill's defense... It helps. It definitely helps. I actually think if we max out Excadrill's special defense, it might make it so that if we, like, any scenario that drops our HP low enough to show Outrage Kill, procs a Citrus Berry and heals us? Maybe? What's up, gamers? Let's win math. I might have actually found an interesting way through math here. Because, again, if we can guarantee that as Aqua Tail or Fire Punch, we beat this thing with Nomo. Okay, we don't beat it with Nomo, but we can definitely, like, you know, hell, we could probably beat it, actually. Yeah, we could beat it with Gyarados. Or we could bring in Nomo, yeah, for Ice Beam, slow flip turn into something that is a more advantageous kill. We'd want to make sure that it'd be something that would bait in Tornadus next. Yeah, okay, hold on. So I'm going to do some math here. And we potentially have 2 IVs we could toy with. Excadrill is an S-tier Pokemon, so being a guy that we use 2 heart scales on genuinely is not... Wow. Yeah, that upped its survivability a lot, actually. Because my thought process is, if we improve its bulk, Nihiligo's always hitting our special defense. Here, let's assume current HP value, but let's assume maxed out defense. So we get hit with Meteor Beam. +1 special attack does... First, let's do the calculations, assuming everything crits. So critical hit Meteor Beam does high roll 84%. 219 minus 84 is 135. And then we get hit by Crit Power Gem, does 56. Drops us to 79, which would proc a Citrus Berry. 219 divided by 4. So that would be plus 54 HP. Brings us to 133. At which point, Outrage. That would require 2 crits that all high rolled. Now, let's assume +1 special attack, regular Meteor Beam, high roll. So I suppose it would be like... It would be like non-crit Meteor Beam into crit Power Gem, maybe? And even then, this is like just to control for RNG. It's like, we don't have any knobs or dials we could fiddle with Lucario, not really. We could up its attack, but that doesn't do anything. Like, legit, I think if we double invested... I legit think if we double invested in defense and HP, it could do it. Hold on. There's no consistent way to bait Stealth Rock out either. It's basically always going for Meteor Beam turn 1. Okay, so let's assume 31, 31. +1 special attack, Meteor Beam, 56 damage. Is 182 into critical hit power gem. Oh wait, that was non-crit. So critical hit meteor beam, sorry. 238 minus 84, 154, and then critical hit power gem. It's actually... No, yeah, it is guaranteed to proc if they were to both crit. So that would be minus 56, be 98. 238 divided by 4 is 59. 157. Never bait outrage. Now let's assume +1 special attack, non-crit meteor beam is 56. 238 minus 56 is 128, and then crit power gem. And getting 56 again drops us to 126. 50% HP is 119, so that wouldn't proc Citrus Berry, but would still show potential outrage kill to Dragonite. Okay. I assume if we went the full 9 yards, maxed out all 3. HP, defense, and special defense. Actually, I'll be real, that does... Nah, it doesn't change it that much. I don't have any tissues in here. Mint Mod, could I bother you for a second? Could I ask you to get a tissue box from downstairs? Bless your soul. Oh, I have a little space heater. I'm so warm, but I can heat myself up. Why? Oh, I can turn the heater off. Okay. Like... I do think we have the best possible ranges. Like, if we max defense. What? There's also maybe a version of this where we say, like, swap to an Intim guy. Because, like, critical hit Aquatail won't kill. The issue then is if it's outrage, it has a chance to switch. Although, what are the switch AI stipulations? Like, do you need... I remember hearing things about needing to damage, but that might be in, like, other things. Okay. So, the AI never switches in... or only in double battles can you make it so the AI never switches, unless things like Parasong. Second, there must be one. Okay. So the Amon must not be below 50% health already. So yeah, if we were to swap to Grand Bull while it's locked into Outrage, it would in fact switch out 50% of the time. And if it were to go for Aqua Tail or Fire Punch, we could then swap to Nomo. Because the thing is, we do kind of want this Dragonite down immediately. The goal is to clear out the first 4 Pokemon and then have Lantern into Blastoise for Roserade to clean up. Oh, hey Hodot, thank you for the raid. Gloop glorp. So... Thank you for refilling my water. Thank you for bedroom issue. That's short for tissue. Though this fight is something of an issue. Because, like, the thing is, what are the odds of using Stealth Rock? They're still pretty dang high. 75% of the time, it's +7 after turn 1. Like, assuming neither of its hits crit. Which is a perfectly reasonable thing to have happen. Zoroark, why are you faster than this thing? Humbly requesting Zoroark does something that contributes to the team. It's a joke. We've brought Felice to many a fight. I wonder. No, if Meteor Mash doesn't kill Bullet Punch, definitely won't. This thing is made out of paper, but it's not that weak. Paper and glass. Because, like, if it goes for Meteor Beam into Power Gem, if we max out defense and neither of them crit, we take about 40%, we have a chance to still show it Outrage. However, if it only clicks Meteor Beam and it doesn't crit, trying to think, like, this could be the turn where we sack something, maybe, actually. Like, sack something to Meteor Beam to get Excadrill in for free, so that way it only takes a single Power Gem. And then at that point, like, assuming we're at these stats and it's at +1 special attack and it does a crit high roll power gem, 56, 219 minus. Oh, yeah, I could stay in with Excadrill, couldn't I? Just tap, tap, tapping away until it gets us with another power gem. I think at that point, yeah, max defense, wait for it to click a power gem that procs Citrus, heals us above the Dragonite range. I think that's nigh perfectly consistent if we use 2 scales and mostly consistent if we use 1. That's actually a really, really solid idea, Hannah. Because, like, assuming we have double perfects. 58%. Yeah. And even better, it basically guarantees... Well, actually, Aqua Tail does more damage than Fire Punch. That's chill, though. Like 31. I don't know, Hannah. What are your thoughts on maxing both defense and HP? Like, I think that could be good. But HP scale seems too luxurious. I get that. Yeah. We've spent 3 scales so far. Because I really do feel like this Dragonite is going to be the hardest part of the line for us. If we can consistently bait Aqua Tail or Fire Punch into Gyarados, Gyarados then takes it out super easy, baits in Acrobatics on Tornadus. Almost certainly. Yeah, because it outspeeds... Actually, doesn't outspeed. Oh, wait. Doesn't outspeed Blastoise. Huh. Lantern, how much damage do you take from Roserade? Not as much as I'd like. Assuming Roserade is holding Miracle Seed, we would need something that can do at least half of this thing's max HP. It's a shame it has Ice Beam, otherwise Torterra could kind of sweep. But I suppose that's probably part of the reason why it has Ice Beam. Because, chat, as you can probably guess, our main issue is Blastoise. Because, well, it's not that powerful, it has Shell Smash, and it's really hard to get it in a situation where it doesn't feel like it can click it. Like, I still don't fully understand how Shell Smash AI works. Like, I think it's kind of a special case. Full list of moves that fall into this category. Like, starts at +6. Playermon cannot KO AImon if Shell Smash is used. Okay. Yeah. Shell Smash has, like, special AI. It's confusing. Which actually, I suppose it's not that hard to incapacitate it. Okay, yeah, actually, as long as you can... If the Playermon can KO the AImon if Shell Smash is used this turn, -2, AI factors in Smash Drop and White Herb, if it's faster. Yeah, so since Blastoise is, like, faster than Torterra naturally, that does mean that it wouldn't click Shell Smash because it would see that it would drop its stats low enough to where Torterra could then guaranteed kill it. Before we get a chance to attack. Does the AI know how to properly calculate around White Herb Shell Smash bug? How, like, White Herb only fixes the defense drop but not the special defense drop? I'm thinking about the future. Okay, yeah. If we can just deal with this meddlesome Dragonite, in comes Tornadus, which gets 1v1'd by Gyarados. Also, Hannah, so part of the reason why I'm thinking about the HP boost is because the higher Excadrill's HP is, the more healing we get off of the Citrus Berry. The more HP we get off of the Citrus Berry, obviously, like, the less of our max HP, it reduces the amount of damage that can be done to us by Nihilego, and gives us a greater buffer away from Outrage on Dragonite. Realizing the very annoying possibility that Dragonite could also burn Gyarados with Fire Punch. I don't think that'd, like, do anything necessarily, but... Because, like, I do need to confirm the guy we're using to kill Dragonite, right? Like... Gorobus with Citrus Berry. Like, I'm trying to think, like, if we get double crit by Aqua Tail that doesn't kill Gorobus, I suppose it's a free swap to something that could finish off Dragonite. No, I totally understand why that feels kind of like an iffy cost to spend. The only reason I'm even considering it is because Excadrill is, like, potentially an E-Formon. So it's theoretically an endgame investment to shore up an otherwise very poorly built guy. Like, yeah, it means that if it goes for just Meteor Beam and doesn't crit us, we're good. Because there is also the possibility we have to scale Roserade for this fight, depending. Okay. I mean, like... Okay. So here, let's just do a little rough approximation really quickly to see if we need to, like, give any boosts to Roserade. So, Nihilego does its thing. Excadrill beats Nihilego. We get Dragonite in. Dragonite, we were able to bait it, so the Dragonite's always going for either Aqua Punch or Aqua Tail or Fire Punch. bring in Gyarados. I think just Gyarados with a Rost Berry should be able to beat this guy in the 1v1, especially with Intimidate dropping its attack. Like, yes, theoretically, if we get crit 3 times in a row, but, like, what's a girl supposed to do about that? Yeah, we only need to get 2 attacks off. Like, hold on. So, less than max HP, but we become burned. Okay, it's as though it still has multi-scale. I suppose we could technically, like, pre-poison Gyarados. So we could give it a Citrus Berry. But I don't think that's good. Because we need at least 3 turns on the field, and at that point, Toxic would offset any healing that would have been gained from a Citrus Berry. So I think it'd be more worthwhile to probably just give it a Rost. Like, as long as we get a single turn without it critting us, we're fine. Like, the only way we lose to Dragonite is if it goes for Fire Punch, and if things truly go to hell, and, like, if things truly go to hell with Gyarados, and Gyarados dies to Dragonite clicking Fire Punch, it's a free swap into Talonflame, who can, like, spam Roost, secure KO, and then always baits in Tornadus even at full HP. So I think Gyarados is probably our best bet. Gyarados is then likely baiting Acrobatics, potentially baiting Grass Knot, but very unlikely. Maybe not very unlikely, but decently unlikely. We bring in Arcanine, Ruff. Arcanine can take 2 hits, easy style. Rock Slide has a chance to 1-hit KO, because it would need to take the damage for the turn it swaps in, and then the turn it clicks Rock Slide, but then afterwards, it's good. Because we don't want to give it a hard... Well, we could give it a hard stone. I suppose that actually wouldn't affect knockoff much. No. Okay, let's assume we beat Tornadus with Arcanine. In comes Lantern. Lantern is basically guaranteed to click Scald or Thunderbolt. So I need something that takes all of these really well. It has an Assault Vest. You know? Seismitoad's actually great for this. Always baits Scald, never Ice Beam. Yeah, if we give it a Rost Berry, like... If we get, like, double burned by Scald, we might have to stay in a little longer. But I'm just thinking, like... If we pre-burn Roserade, we don't need to worry about Ice Beam. Roserade with a Miracle Seed... Because, like, Roserade can always swap in, live Ice Beam. As long as we can get it below 50% HP, we outspeed KO with Magical Leaf. If we pre-burn, we don't need to worry about getting frozen. Even crit Ice Beam. Then in comes Blastoise. Doesn't matter what its stats are, we 1-hit KO with Leaf Storm. Yeah, no, I think we would just give Seismitoad, like, a Citrus Berry. I suppose the Nightmare situation would be, critical hit with Earthquake, actually. Because that would kill and bring in Blastoise early. But if we gave it soft sand, I think earth power would probably knock it just low enough. Drop it to 40. 56. Okay. It wouldn't be guaranteed. You'd also prefer to be clicking a... Exactly, I was also thinking about that. Prefer to be clicking a special move. Like, I suppose we could earth power into, like, liquidation? Like, we would need to worry about taking multiple hits at that point. Like, getting double scalded. So the thing is, we can only go from Soft Sand Earth Power directly into Roserade if we Heart Scale Roserade's special attack. Because with Miracle Seed, lowest range on Magical Leaf is only 56%, and we only do 40 with Earth Power. We could also just look at other guys who can probably do this job. Like, not you... I really appreciate how this Lantern just kind of does mediocre damage to everything. That means a lot to me. Because, like, against Arcanine, it's going for pretty much anything but Ice Beam, and we ideally want to swap into a Ground type to make sure that the thing that it clicks isn't Volt Switch. Garchomp isn't able to stay in because then it dies to Ice Beam. Though impressively with Soft Sand, it can kill. Does Garchomp technically stop Blastoise from clicking Shell Smash because of fast 2-hit KO on Earthquake? So I think this fight is perfectly safe with 3 heart scales. It's very safe with 2 heart scales. It's like an 80% with 1 heart scale. I think bare minimum, we definitely have to get Excadrill defense. You know, very impressed by your performance here, Sawsbuck. You actually go into this matchup quite nicely. Like, you don't go into it nice enough, but you go in a lot nicer than I thought you would. Also, something that we have to consider is that it doesn't actually have Mega Launcher for its Calc's turn 1, so we do have to manually toggle that off for Blastoise, but it shouldn't be an issue. I want to use them. I want to use them all so bad. That's dumb. Because, like, if Seismitoad comes in on a special attack from Lantern, it's free. It's, like, literally free. Or not a special attack, an electric move. If we get scalded, We're probably fine. We could just go for like a citrus berry. Because I think regular earth power into crit earth power never kills. Shell Smash isn't prevented by fast 2-hit KO. Yeah, no, it's weird. I'm pretty sure you're right, yeah. It's just affected by the... If you are slower than it, and its Shell Smashing would let you kill it. True. Well, I mean, if Earth Power drops Special Defense, that's also free for us, because then that's just, okay, its Special Defense is down, we swap to Roserade and kill with Magical Leaf. Because, like, yeah, what, 56% at -1 SPDF? Yeah. Yeah, I think we got that. I suppose it's also worth noting that the odds Lantern clicks Ice Beam on a swap to Roserade are pretty astronomically low. It's basically always going to be Scald. And we can live, like, crit burn Scald. Okay, maybe not crit burn Scald into crit Ice Beam if we, like, under-roll Magical Leaf, but... It's like the main thing is like we need a ground type to make sure that it never accidentally volt switches. The only way we'd be okay with it volt switching is if it was on the turn we swapped to Roserade. How many heart scales do I currently have? There is also theoretically a world, I don't like it, but we could use up, we have 4 rare candies. We could use some of them to like just get stats. So we have 4 heart scales. I believe there are 2 more that we need to go like grab from Surf Sim. Oh, I was already planning to pre-burn Rose, but just because like Dragonite scares me so much. Because I think if Dragonite gets locked into Outrage, we lose. With the guys we're bringing, there's basically no out for that. There's truly just no way to stop that. Like, maybe... because of the attack drop from Intimidate, Talonflame outspeeds Roosts, I don't think. Yeah, like, Talonflame could hope it gets lucky and Dragonite, like, burns itself from Flame Body. I probably don't need the HP. I probably just need defense. I believe this was 2 before. Yeah. Hold on. Opening the game to confirm my Excadrill special defense right now. Yeah. Defense of 1, HP of 2. Okay. 30 special attack. God, that's hilarious. You're right that it's a very few number of rolls for it to be clicked. I'm just worried. Because if it does click that roll, then the run's over. But yeah, you're right. It would need to see the kill in the first place, and even then, it would be, like, a range, probably, and tied with either Aqua Tail or Fire Punch. So we're, like, it's a 1 in 3, even if it does see the kill. Every time. You're right, there is an absolute glut of bad RNG that would need to happen to cause that. Okay, so we're definitely doing the defense scale. Are we doing the Roserade special attack scale? Yeah, it's just pretty difficult to use scale to completely patch up this exact risk, given all the future fights in TNL split. No, I see what you mean. The more reckless, like, the more watertight I make this line, the more leaky other lines become in the future. Okay. Okay. So we're definitely doing defense on Excadrill. Are we doing special attack on Roserade? I don't think it's mandatory, but it makes me nervous. Because, like, I can't soft sand pre-burn Seismitoad. Soft sand, burned, yeah, 39%. It's about the same as it's a little less than Earth Power. Yeah. Because, like, okay. Soft sand does 40%. Yeah. I think it's finally time to rip Heart Scale Roserade. I think because, like, it would put most of the burden onto Roserade's attack rolls. And if we get really unlucky with, like, swaps, ideally we don't want to leave Seismitoad in for more than one turn. Because, like, if we max out Roserade's special attack, 31, that becomes 62. Lowest roll in Earth Power is 33. So we'd still need Soft Sand, but that's fine. Seismitoad can definitely withstand 2 turns in against Lantern. Perfect defense is near perfect HP. Yeah, there is nothing we could do to make Arcanine better suited to fight this Tornadus. Also have to remember that Tornadus here has Defiant. Doesn't really change anything, just something worth noting. I don't know. Because, like, sure, getting the scale on Roserade is value, but, like, how much value is it really? Like, later in the game. Roserade is one of our best Pokemon. It will see a lot of use in a lot of places. But does it really need that extra boost? a second. Oh, this is stressful. I need... Here. Hannah, I want you to post your thoughts at me, because I know that you... Like, you're my conscience. You're good at telling me when a thing seems unnecessary. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I just gotta go pee, so I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, I am back. Rose special attack scale will certainly matter to make some upcoming lines cleaner, easier, and will really matter in some of the hardest fights in Juan Split, so I think that the scale is happening at some point in this run for sure. It's just about whether you send it before or after Tate and Liza, because that's the big roadblock separating you from the majority of scales in the game. It feels very comfy to do in Juan Split, slightly less so now. I think I'm gonna rip it. I think I'm just gonna rip it, finally. It's actually insane how many scales... I know, right? You get like half of them. Like 8 scales are just dive scales. Okay. So, in that case, we are using a heart scale on Excadrill's defense. We are using a heart scale on Rosarade's special attack. At this point, so Lantern comes out. It's never clicking Ice Beam. We swap to Seismitoad. It's never clicking Ice Beam once Seismitoad's in. Seismitoad just needs to get off a single Soft Sand. Hell, if I want to, I could pre-burn Seismitoad just to make absolutely certain. But yeah, Soft Sand boosted Earth Power. Shunk its HP by 40%. Bring in Roserade. Also pre-burned. Although Scald does thaw. No. Because I do think it's possible with the 2 turns that Seismitoad's on the field that Lantern could potentially see an Ice Beam range. And like, as long as we're getting Roserade in, like, critical hit Ice Beam plus 3 turns of Fire Chip doesn't kill Roserade. Okay. Turns it to 62 plus the 40. Yeah. All right. So let's actually write this line down. So, we have the team. Jacoba Berry, Citrus Berry. Wondering if I want to give Gyarados a Citrus Berry or a Rost Berry. And I think Citrus. Because if we get burned by Fire Punch, like if it's locked into Fire Punch, we can just swap off of Gyarados into Talonflame, who can then roost its HP back up, KO Fire Punch, and it still baits in like Acrobatics Tornadus next. Yeah, so I think we want Citrus Berry to most effectively take care of the line where it is Aqua Tail and hitting for more damage with high crit. So, Citrus Berry. Okay. Honestly, funny enough, I think the weakest point in the line is that I think Arcanine is technically vulnerable to, like... Yeah, like, what? Low roll Grass Knot crit into high roll Acrobatics crit? It could happen. Theoretically, there is a world where Arcanine dies to Tornadus. But, like, fuck, man, there's only so much I can do there. Equip Exca Gear and Arca with Citrus Berry. Equip Size with Soft. Well, that would... Hold on. I think it's actually optimal to pre-damage Arcanine a bit then, so you can always spark Citrus coming in on Acro. Well, it's not guaranteed to come in on Acro. It's likely to be Acro, but our HP will be low enough to where it could definitely be Knockoff or Grass Knot. Likely not Knockoff. I imagine we'll have used up our Citrus Berry by then, but it could happen. I suppose theoretically, if we like Ice Fang Dragonite, freeze it. Yeah, like Gyarados needs 3 turns in against this thing, but we are proccing into him. Because, like... Okay, 216 minus 105. Yeah. Is 111. Like, it already requires a double crit, and it requires 2 coin flips on top of that. One for it to be the low end of the first one, and one to be the high end of the second one. Like... Yeah, if we pre-damaged it by 5... Acrobatics crit... No, we'd pre-damage it by 6. Acrobatics... Oh, no. Yeah, 7. Yeah, I think we just give the dog a Citrus Berry. Literally, as long as one of its attacks don't crit, we're fine. And even if they both crit, like, we're still mostly fine. Because it's like, yeah, it'll be Acrobatics, and then it's guaranteed to be Grass Knot. Yeah. Like... How often is it knockoff into Arcanine? Not incredibly often. Especially because Gyarados likely isn't going to be holding Citrus Berry by the time Tornadus comes in. Like, it is most often gonna be Acrobatics. but it's not always acrobatics. And that's kind of the problem, right? Mm-hmm. Because, like, if Citrus Berry procs, it means we have enough HP that we're never going into knockoff range. And, like, knockoff would only ever proc if our HP was low enough for us to not have Citrus Berry. Because we would have used Citrus Berry. Yeah, so it's, I think, like, virtually never knockoff. It's pretty much... It is pretty much always acrobatics. You might be right. Yeah, no, the range and damage between acrobatics and grass knot is pretty microscopic too. Yeah, like 105 or 100. 216, so what's that divided by 2? 216 divided by 2 is like 208 or 108. Okay, so we need to go down to 108 in order to proc Citrus. You're probably right. I do think there is, like, a mathematic value here where we never lose. So if we go down to 108... or not 108. Plus 100. Okay. So... 208. There we go. Okay. 208 means that the lowest roll crit on acrobatics or grass knot procs Citrus Berry. Now let's assume we get the highest roll on acrobatics. So 208 against a non-crit acrobatics minus 82 brings us to 126. And then it would be Grass Knot because it wouldn't be holding a flying gem anymore, so Grass Knot has higher potential max damage, would be 118. You are right, Hannah. This does make it perfectly consistent. Okay. Excellent call. Free damage Arca to 208. I'm going to double check my math on that just to make sure, but I believe, yeah, because if we're at 208, you want to be at 175. Hold on, what? Am I dumb? Wait, how are we getting 175? $108 plus lowest roll of non-crit Acronaut. Yeah, so lowest roll of non-crit Grass Knot is 100. And we proc Citrus on 108. So wouldn't we want to be at 208? So minus 100. Yeah, that's crit damage. And then non-crit Grass Knot is 67. High roll is 79. If they don't, we are only vulnerable to double crit here. So if we get non-crit turn 1, we're fine. That's what we just did the math for, was non-crit acrobatics into crit Grass Knot. And we are still safe from that. We are only vulnerable to a specific combination of low roll crit into high roll crit. I believe. Now I need to make sure I'm not insane. Because, yeah, so being at 208 accounts for us getting crit twice by the highest damage rolls of Acrobatics and Grass Knot, right? Or sorry, getting crit by the lowest roll on Grass Knot into the highest roll on Acrobatics. Oh, 208 lets us live that. Now, assuming we come in on the lowest roll of the higher damaging move, Acrobatics, is 69. Or sorry, the highest damage of the lower damaging move, Acrobatics, is 82. So 208 minus 82 is 126. And then we get hit by critical hit Grass Knot. It's 118, which is less than 126. I believe this is correct. I'm waiting for your confirmation, though. Because we don't care if Citrus Berry doesn't proc the first turn, because a crit didn't happen, so then we don't die to the second one. But I still wait ever so patiently, so that way I don't do a big oopsie whoopsie fuckity do. Sorry, chat, I'm boogie-woogieing out. I was seeing if this pre-damage would even help the double crit, but if you're accepting that, yeah. Accepting that, yeah, seems fine. I feel like I'm slightly confused. Can I, like, get you in VC for a second so I can, like, discuss this more directly? I just want to make sure. Because, like, I feel like you're seeing something that I'm not. Cool. Okay. Let me just turn my music down a little bit so I can hear. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. So what am I not getting here?
I'm not sure if like there's actually a miscommunication. I just want to like go over this together, right, and to see if we come to like the same conclusion.
Okay.
So like,
so
I don't necessarily have something, but yeah. How you would normally do this would be like you would know what value put to your citrus, and then you would look at the lowest damage of non-crit. So because it could be either acro or grass knot, I looked at, okay, so 108 plus 67, which is the grass knot damage.
I'm not.
That would then.
Wait, 108.
Proc your citrus.
Oh, right, 108 being the citrus proc. Got it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we don't. The only way we would need to proc citrus is if they crit us twice in a row. So I believe that the math works out so that I only need to get my HP to the point where it would proc on the lowest roll of a crit.
Well, sometimes when like the damage is low like this, doing a pre-damage like this can even save you from double crit. So like that's
that's what I'm doing. I see you're saying yours even lower HP could save from double crit. So I do believe that this also what I have saves from double crit 208. So assuming we get hit by highest roll acrobatics, so 208 minus 123 drops us to 85. Procs citrus berry. I need to get that separately. 216 divided by 4 is 54. So plus 54 brings us up to 139. It then goes for grass knot because that's the higher possible move because flying gem's gone. Grass knot caps out at 118. So we lived out with a
that's
few
pretty
HP to spare.
Yeah, I think that's better then.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. I think we're also going to, because if that scenario happens, that does mean that Lantern could Ice Beam. So I think we pre-burn Seismitoad. Because, like, critical hit, like, 2 crit Scald plus... Oh, that'd be 3 turns of burn damage. That is actually kind of a lot.
What is the Arcanine pre-damage we're going with then?
208.
208.
Which makes sure that the Citrus Berry always procs on the lowest roll of any critical hit. So, Grass Knot does 100.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Actually, Miracle Seed, 31, Special Attack, Roserade, Export, Import. Yeah, because I think since we're using the Heart Scale and Roserade, we might have a little more leniency with how we kit out. No, Seismitoad still needs to have Soft Sand. Unless we did, like... Yeah, I don't think pre-burn, Earthquake, Soft Sand would do it. I'm worried about such a, like a 0.0% chance of something happening. And even then, the worst case scenario is just that Seismitoad dies. Like, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. So yeah, so pre-burn Seismitoad, so that way it can't be frozen. Yeah. Okay. Pre-damage Arca to that.
Could you quickly send me what your Excadrill looks like? I want to do some very preliminary calcs to see what the actual risk of outrage is.
Sure. This is it, assuming we use the Heart Scale in defense, which we are definitely doing because we want to have as much of a buffer against outrage as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is actually so similar to yours. It's so funny.
Because the thing is, it's literally not even if we use the defense Heart Scale, it literally isn't even an issue at all if Nihilego just clicks Stealth Rock. Don't even have to worry about it. And then I think at +1 special attack. Yeah,
really lets me be pretty confident that you would be safe is that you have the option to stay in and rapid spin. And what would the risk even be? You want to get just below citrus, which seems likely.
Without
you would heal for 25%. But the risk is crit power gem on the wrong turn. But even that, I'm not sure how risky that is.
It goes up another 7%. True, because I suppose actually Power Gem, because it'll always be at +1, is 14.1 to 16.8, which is actually kind of the No, okay. Yeah, lowest roll for...
The other thing that was maybe potentially important is that maybe a tiny bit of pre-damage Exca improves odds or something.
I'm actually looking at this, because what I'm trying to think is, going by, later Rose, have a good night. Outrage's highest, so what I'm thinking here, right? Highest roll on Outrage is 63.4%. Subtract from that the lowest percent damage of +1 Power Gem, which is 14.1%, which means that that's less than 50%, which would then proc Citrus, healing us for 25. So the question is, so we would only ever need to worry about getting hit by another Power Gem to proc our Citrus. If we're this, I feel like this makes sense in my head.
If the first Meteor Beam crits is that dangerous or no?
If the first Meteor Beam crits, then we definitely need to take a Power Gem.
Okay.
Yeah, 38%. Nah, actually not really. Only if it's a high roll crit.
And like you can react to it is the other thing. Like you can decide, like, oh, it was a crit, but I'm actually safe.
Yeah.
And then like whether it power gemmed that turn or like not, like if it did the stealth rock, you could stay in another turn.
So pre-burn. Equip Tallow with Jacoba. Equip Seismitoad with Soft Sand. Equip Rose with Miracle Seed. So here, while you do your math, I'm gonna go get those heart scales done.
Okay, sounds good.
It's finally time, Rose. We've waited so long. Hell, I might as well assemble the whole squad in my party while I'm at it. Love to see Breek getting some use after so long. Okay, let's move items. You can just put that directly on to Excadrill. That directly onto Gyarados. Bag that. Okay, so we're giving Scalpel, Jacoba Berry. Giving Hamilton a Citrus. Love my strong dog. Breek needs soft sand. Also, chat, I hope you guys don't mind Meteor Falls theme extended 10 hours Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Feels appropriately dramatic, but also it has been playing for over 2 hours. Time for sleep. Later, Peacock. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, Miracle Seed on Rose.
Not doing like a full analysis, but like I think that you're gonna want like 4 to 5% free damage on Exca. I think that improves your odds.
Interesting. I feel like I trust your judgment, but I feel like that kind of overcomplicates things. I'm sure, like, for what benefit? I guess. Like, explain to me how the math's mathin' here.
I'm just looking at a few like possible situations where you could be like Meteor Beam into Power Gem, like you take those 2 moves, and then you're actually sitting at right above Citrus range, and then that puts you at pretty high risk. If the next one's a crit, then like you're actually like really in trouble.
But then, of course, does that then make us vulnerable? I suppose the double crit scenario is less common than, like, just getting hit with, like, a crit into a high roll or something.
Yeah, so here's the relevant ranges, pretty much. The lowest roll of +1, because it's always +1, Meteor Beam crit is, like, 32.4%. And then lowest roll of Power Gem would be, like, 14.1%. Which would, so like that's Meteor Beam lowest roll crit into lowest roll Power Gem non-crit. So that situation is a bit spooky. That doesn't proc your Citrus. And then the other situation is Meteor Beam, lowest roll just regular, no crit, into Power Gem crit. They're both like the same, 21.4, 21.1. Puts you right above your citrus range, which is like all of the outrage rolls are happening. So you need to stay in another turn. So it's that same kind of spooky situation. So like, I think like 5% free damage. Let's play around the case where one of the two crits. It just doesn't play around the one where both crit.
Okay. And even then, we only completely fall off the rails if we get knocked down so far that, like, it sees that it can kill with outrage, and even then that's a 1 in 3, assuming all of its ranges with outrage hit.
Yeah.
Oh, what's its odds with fucking dual wing beat? Okay. So, maximize IVs. Roserade. Special attack. Hold on, I have to send the screenshot to Newt. At long last. At long last. Hold on. Where is he? Yes, I do. Alright. Maximize IV. Argyros. Defense. Feels good. Feels real good to look at that number.
Hell yeah.
And now, like, we have a semi-competent, like, bulky Excadrill. So, like, he can actually kind of come to fight sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, that'll, like, genuinely do work.
I guess now we go back. Here, I may as well live the game to you, because I think we're probably diving into the fight pretty soon, aren't we?
Probably, yeah. Oh, I will say this is a very quick Shelly Cook, which I'm not saying is bad. I think you should be pretty proud.
Yeah. Part of it's pride, part of it's just having a lot of solid answers, thankfully. Having a really good bulky Hammy is really nice. Gyarados is good. Talonflame, obviously. And, of course, Roserade.
It's definitely like a fight with quite a few investments, but I don't think any of them are stuff you would feel bad about.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, thankfully, they're all investments that I'm going to be feeling down the line. Non-derogatory.
Yeah, I was actually like super excited. I wanted to say in chat, like, I need to congratulate you, May. When you first floated the idea of the Excadrill defense scale, I was like, you found a scale idea that I don't hate at all.
You did it. You finally did it. You found the worthwhile
this is a hard fight. This is appropriate, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't really see any other like way to not like get like a much worse line.
Yeah, no, it's the one thing that it's like, okay, it drops the damage on outrage. We were already really good at bulking Nihiligo's attacks. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
This is actually like bad. Calm is like actually like really nice here.
For once. I was gonna say our fucking minus attack nature. But it doesn't matter, baby. Because this thing has fucking paper skin and glass bones and a quad weakness to high horsepower.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's finish writing.
I want to give you like the opportunity to like see what I'm sort of seeing and see if you agree with like the slight Excadrill damage.
Okay. I definitely have quite a bit of faith in you. So do you want me to like just put it into the calculator right now?
however you want to like suss this out. Like I was just like looking at like common things, like okay, what if meteor beam crits and then like a meteor beam or power gem doesn't crit when it's +1 and stuff like that. I was just looking, hey, how often are these scenarios where we get put right above citrus range, and then that puts us in a really awkward spot.
Yeah, I see. Because meteor beam crit into power gem. Well, because I don't think we need to... Oh, I suppose low roll meteor beam crit into regular power gem could be kind of spicy. You said like 5%?
Yeah, around there.
So like 208?
I didn't do it with numbers. I'm just like looking exclusively at like very vibes based.
Okay, so we can try to hammer it down a little more fine. So let's assume we're in the no crit scenario where we get hit by regular meteor beam and regular power gem. That's going to do about 40% to us. At that point, we would have to wait to get tapped by another power gem. And
that's not too bad because like you'd be like 10% above. So even like the crit, like it would take you like further than you'd like below citrus range, but it's not that bad. What I'm really worried about is like I don't want you to be like 1%, 2% above the citrus range. That's just really bad.
Because like the odds are so high that it doesn't even click the second attack, right?
Yeah, it's so high that it doesn't even click the second attack, and like importantly, the 5% pre-damage will not affect. Like if it's just like regular high roll meteor beam, that doesn't put you in range.
Yeah. And then yeah, at that point we can just kind of tap rapid spins until a power gem goes off.
So like in normal circumstances, I think it's fine. So like you have the luxury of kind of like, okay, like what if one of these crits? Like,
yeah, I just don't even help. I don't even know where I want to like or how to even begin like figuring out this calc. Because like, yeah, critical hit meteor beam does mean that it won't proc berry, but it means that we get to kind of stay in and tap rapid spin until it does. Wait. Yeah. Are you sure we don't want to
say for certain?
Yeah. There's a part of me that's genuinely wondering if, as a backup plan, we go and reteach Roserade Hidden Power Ice. Like, because if we can chip off multi-scale, HP Ice does good.
See, I would say that you would actually probably be fine getting rid of Magical Leaf, because like the main uses for Magical Leaf like were in the Winstitute, but like you're using Magical Leaf this fight.
Yeah, I'm using Magical Leafs that way I don't drop my attack set. Because I will say, if we can chip off multi-scale, HP Ice is a 1-hit KO. Fast 1-hit KO too.
Dropping Sludge Bomb is just like not really tenable. There's
I'm not
where, like,
I'm not necessarily recommending getting rid of Sludge Bomb. I just needed to overwrite a move slot to look at the numbers.
Yeah, very fair, very fair.
But
yeah, it's just tough because the only move that you would really want to, like, Magical Leaf is a flex slot like quite soon, and you don't really need it in the interim before it becomes a flex slot. It's not really many more bright
like
powder mons that are hit by it until you get to Lily Cove, but you're using it this fight.
Yeah. Well, I will say Sludge Bomb does not a lot actually. It'd basically require me to like stay in and get off of like a second Earth Power or like a Mud Shot or something.
Yeah.
which could be funny, but we're not here for funny. We're here to win.
Would that always bring in grenades for acrobatics, or would there be like heat wave possibilities? I assume not, but okay.
It's possible for heat wave, but that's the best move we could swap Arcanine in on.
True.
Yeah. The only thing that's kind of bad on Arcanine is if it like unexpectedly clicks knockoff, and even then I don't think knockoff does enough damage to make us scared. It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
So this risk is in case of the Gyarados not doing the 1v1? Is that it?
This is, I'm like trying to think of like alternates for if, like, you know, we get into a bad spot and, you know, it does end up outraging on the turn we swap to Gyarados. Which at the very least, Gyarados does get off and Intimidate.
Yep.
Which could then, I mean, I suppose at that point
potentially heal you enough that you would live another, maybe.
Like, Gyarados is slower. But at -1 attack... Yeah, we're just kind of in the go-to-hell zone. It would mean that we could, like, get in and, like, Excadrill for free to get off an attack to chip the thing. It wouldn't help us much. Like...
You would also, like, if it was outrage, you would need to, yeah, like you said, like, get some chip in with the Exca, so it would probably be, like, 2 sacks, and then bring in the Rose.
It'd be like a guaranteed 2-sack.
Yeah.
Be the funny world where I bring in Talonflame, and obviously it's going to hit me with outrage, not crit me, and burn itself.
One thing you can consider, yeah, I think this is actually cool. If you are in the situation where it's like fire punching and you're in like with the Talonflame, you can maybe time it so that you tailwind on the last turn.
Oh yeah, no. If it uses fire punch, we're fine. Because if Gyarados is in against Fire Punch, if Gyarados gets put into a bad situation, we just free swap to Talonflame, and like, yeah, we take Fire Punch's easy style, we spam Roost, we could potentially set up Tailwind. I do worry about that, how that might alter switch-in AI, but thankfully I think it wouldn't change anything, because Talonflame's already faster than everything. Like,
I think Talonflame and Arcanine are both already faster than everything, so...
Because at that point, we don't need to set up Tailwind because Arcanine already beats Tornadus, like guaranteed, even without outspeeding.
Yeah, because we already did the free damage. Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny, like a little extra HP. It's just, yeah, you're right. That Arcanine probably isn't helping a ton against the remaining 2 water types.
I believe this is like a biblically correct moment to say like it's gilding the lily.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. It's
just fun to click the Tailwind button.
Because, like, Hidden Power Ice... Yeah, HP Ice is not doing any damage to Lantern.
No.
Yeah, we need Magical Leaf, so that way we can get the chain kill. Like, I suppose maybe we stop Blastoise from clicking Shell Smash, because I think with -2 special attack... oh no, but it's slower than us, so it wouldn't get Shell Smash AI. The answer is just crit it, dumb shit. Just crit with 2 Leaf Storms in a row. What, are you bad at the game?
Yeah, I think most of this is still just like coming down to how safe can we get the Excadrill to be. Like, the answer I think is pretty dang safe because again, this is like even the situation where like it gets like right above the citrus range. As long as the next power gem doesn't crit, like it's still like pretty fine. But
So
that's
like
the situation
207?
that you'd like to avoid if possible.
Like, do we still want to pre-damage it then?
It's up to you. Like in the most common scenarios, where it's like we're assuming like no crits at all. Meteor beam, high roll into power gem high roll. I think that's fine from pull, right?
Okay.
16.8. It's like that puts you within like 8-ish% of citrus. So you take one more power gem from there.
Okay, and I think a critical hit power gem at that point would be fine. Because like we have to consider that critical hit only adds another like 9% top end. Technically 8.3. Or wait, hold on, how does this math work?
There would be outrage rolls in that case. Though diminishing like because like that's like highest roll crit, less if it was not quite as much of a high roll. But yeah, like you're solidly within like the range where it could be. Because like +1 max roll power gem is like equivalent to the citrus, like you just haven't moved. So like if you're at like 53%, then when Dragonite comes in, like lowest roll and outrage is 53. 54.
So what, I want to pre-damage like 10%?
If you want to play around the most
like
common situations, maybe.
Because like, okay, what's the hot, or like what's 139? So as long as we're at 140, we are safe from having to deal with outrage rolls. So writing that down. So it's always +1 special attack. It's meteor beam. So like 140 plus 56.
So like the safe citrus range that you can be in is like from 108 to 86. If you're 86, then the citrus will put you back up to 140. Yeah, so in common scenarios, you want your pre-damage to not like put you below 86, but you also would like to avoid situations where you're put right above citrus range, because then one more power gem can absolutely put you below 86.
Yeah. I hate math for nerds.
Well, yeah, because it's all like probabilistic, like probability of like crit or non-crit on 2 different moves with different damage ranges, and then also the damage ranges of the move themselves.
And the chance that it just doesn't click the move the second time.
Yeah.
Like this
so,
is
like,
we're calculating for
I
a
think
coin flip.
I think the most important thing is I don't think you want your pre-damage to be so large that just regular meteor beam high roll non-crit puts you in range of Dragonite outrage.
And thankfully
that's the most likely situation. So like, is 10% too much?
10% would not. Meteor beam is 56. Yeah, because it's 25.5 plus 10 would be 35.5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, which leaves us a little above outrage.
So that's probably the most common situation is just regular meteor beam roll, and that would be fine. So then what is like the next most common situation? It would be
meteor beam into power gem, at which point a
one power gem.
non-crit power gem would proc citrus and heal us. I think. I suppose there's theoretically a world where we get a low roll on meteor beam and a low roll on power gem.
Yeah. I think when you're playing with damage ranges like this, you should probably aim for like the middle of the range, but it's kind of tough.
I still don't know how you figured this shit out for Flygon.
With Flygon, it was a lot easier because the damage possibilities were set. It was just like stealth rock, so like it wasn't like I was dealing with two variable moves. It was like stone edge damage and either stealth rock or not, so it wasn't that bad. But when it's two different moves that can either crit or not crit, or high roll or low roll, this is really complicated.
Because, like, critical hit meteor beam does top end is like 38. And then that makes power gem scary. I'm thinking like 5%.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I actually like if you look at like the top end of meteor beam, if it crit max rolls meteor beam, I think that's actually like really good, because then you can always say like, okay, I will take another power gem, and then 38.3, and then even the lowest roll of non-crit power gem would proc your citrus, and then the extra crit damage is not that bad. So that's not too bad. So like I feel like
maybe do it to where like lowest roll crit meteor beam into lowest roll power gem.
Yeah, which would be like around like 4%.
Yeah. Okay. So here, let me. Okay. So first we need to get my HP to half. So it procs on 109 minus 71 is 38 minus 31. Okay, so 7. So we pre-damage by 7. So 212. And then I think that does put us at a pretty safe space if we get like non-crit meteor beam into crit power gem. Like another power gem potentially ticks us down and back up. And it's like, again, even if this all fails, we still have a like 2 out of 3 chance to just knock it out rage.
Yeah, like at the very worst, this is like a 1/3 chance.
All right. I'm calling it on 112.
Okay.
Or sorry, 212. Okay. That's it. Let me actually get the game audio. Jump scare warning in case you have that muted. All right. I haven't even like typed out the line. Okay, hold on. Open with Talonflame. OHKO with ACRO. It's not acrobatics. B bird. Swap to Niki. Swap to Exca. Use R spin. KO with H power. Gonna add a step if needed. Continue using R spin until desired HP range for Dragonite. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Swap to drag. Swap to Yer. Ice Fang is perfectly accurate in this, right?
Yep.
Cool. 2 hit KO with I Fang. I need to make a note of like swap to Yer. Make sure to get hit by at least 1 attack. Because we need to take at least 1 attack's worth of damage to bait Internatus instead of Lantern.
I would love to see how Gyarados manages to not get hit by an attack there.
Dodge Aqua Tail into freeze on Ice Fang.
Oh, true. True.
It's possible. Legally speaking. Look, I just want to make sure I write all these notes for you to remember, like, no, we want to make sure we have at least a little bit of damage, but we also, it's too risky to pre-damage.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah. Oh, it's actually funny that, like, if you freeze it and that has happened, that would actually put you in a real bind, because how do you avoid stalling the turns to wait for it to unfreeze?
The answer is, I click bounce. No, I click waterfall. Waterfall does really bad damage. I click bounce and I hope I miss. But then, like, it thaws and then I land and I paralyze it. It's just this fucking game of happy slaps. Okay. It'd be really funny, though. Okay. Swap to Lant. I never would have expected that the one Pokemon for this fight that I need 2 guys for is Lantern. Okay, swap to size. Use E-Power. Swap to Rose. KO with Maleef. Swap to Glass. OHKO with L Storm. Whenever I say that, I like to imagine I'm being Spanish, so it's not like Leaf Storm, it's like El Storm.
El Storm.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And yeah,
El Stormo.
using 2 Mons for the Lantern, but it's not really about the Lantern.
No, it's 2 Mons for the Blastoise. But it's funny to say that it's 2 Mons for the Lantern.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I actually get a Scalpel in the front of the team again. Yeah, it's got knockoff, it's got fake out, it's gonna want to use fake out. Even, like, critical hit fake out plus, like, Brave Bird recoil will never kill Scalpel. We're fine. Okay. So.
And it's actually very nice that, like, you can rely on, like, it is going to be Meteor Beam.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'd prefer it be Power Gem. But yeah. Okay. So first we are doing pre-damage. It is slot 3 to 208. Pre-damage. Slot 2 to 212. Pre-burn. 5. Okay. Oops, I messed something up. I did not pre-damage Hamilton. Oh, I think I did Gyarados instead, and pre-damaged it to a value that was higher than its max HP. Not slot 3, slot 4. All right. I'm afraid.
I think you've done good preparation. Like it's risky, but the amount of investment to eliminate that risk is going to be, I think, it's too expensive for the future.
I think like also it's risky, but I don't actually think it's that risky compared to other fights we've had. Truly, there's only one turn that could end the fight.
Yeah.
Final 5 check. Scalpel has Jaboka Berry, just confirming that Jaboka Berry is the one that I think it is. I know it is, but anything to delay the inevitable, you know? If hit by a physical move, it will hurt the attacker a bit.
Something, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I don't know, it's actually what doesn't kill you makes them weaker. Or are you referring to Turtle with pre-damaging your
Turtle,
Mon?
yeah.
Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry. Oh wait, Citrus Berry, pre-burned to 208. Pre-burned. I'm gonna take a guess that someone coming in saying grown-ass man and their name is Epstein is God probably isn't a friend of the trans community. Just taking a guess.
I don't think they should be a friend to any communities. So.
Ideally, but specifically mine. Miracle Seed. Okay. What, that happened the moment I put my phone back down. It's okay, Turtle. You'll get your opportunity to be smitest Turtle one day.
You have to save these lovely people. They're being held hostage.
Trust the process, April. All right. Notably, if we beat Shelly, we do also get our next level cap increase, I believe. Or is that after Bird Rival?
There is a level cap increase, and it's the funniest one in the game.
All right. Mian Xiao. It's got Fake Out. It wants to use it because none of its moves kill us. I'm going to click Brave Bird even though it won't do anything. Critical hit. Let's hope that that's getting the crits out of the way early. Okay. We outspeed Mian Xiao thanks to the Jacoba Berry or the Jaboka Berry. It no longer benefits from Focus Sash. We outspeed 1-hit KO with Brave Bird. We take 31.3% of our max HP in recoil. Super effective. Next is Nihiligo. Nihiligo wants to kill us with Meteor Beam. It gets so many delicious stat boosts off of that. Meteor Beam is a 2-turn move. When the turn it uses it, it does not do anything but raises its special attack stat. On the second turn, it fires off a very powerful rock-type move. It is holding a Power Herb. That lets it do the charge and fire the attack in the same turn. We are going to swap to our Pokemon most capable of bulking this attack, our Gyros. It does 25.5% top end without crit. It's gathering the meteors. And it's about to give us the beam. No crit. We are above 140. Lowest roll on Power Gem is 31. 158 minus 31. Don't mind me doing numbers in real time. 158 minus 31 It's 127. Okay. We are going to click Rapid Spin. If it uses Stealth Rock, I think we basically win the fight. Power Gem. Okay. We need to stay in for another Power Gem. 124. We need to be over 140. Any Power Gem roll will proc our Citrus Berry. We'd prefer it doesn't crit. Power Gem. No crit, no crit, no crit. Not very effective. Proc Citrus.
Perfect.
Do we go over 140?
You do. 86 was the range.
44. Okay. We need to make sure we navigate this right. Next step, high horsepower. Because of our speed boost, we are faster than everything on her team. Yeah, high horsepower can't miss, right? I don't know why I'm imagining that it could.
You're good.
Okay. Down goes Nihiligo.
It really did not want a Stealth Rock. That was very unlikely.
Yeah. Okay, highest damage on Outrage is 139, which means it is clicking Aqua Tail or Fire Punch. We are going to swap to Gyarados. Gyarados gets off and Intimidate, drops its attack by 1. Only way this gets weird is if it lands a bunch of crits and burns us with Fire Punch. Aqua Tail. Okay. We are safe. 168, confirming with lowest roll in Acrobatics is 186. Okay. We are good on baiting Tornadus. So now we just click Ice Fang. It is faster than us. Our first attack won't do that much damage. Our second attack will then do a lot of damage. Thank God for Bulkados. Okay, I think that's going to knock us into the range where we're always baiting Acrobatics on Tornadus. Down goes Dragonite. Comes Tornadus. I pronounce it different every time. Tornadus has Acrobatics. It's holding a Flying Gem. It's going to do a lot of damage with Acrobatics. We are going to swap to Arcanine, who takes Acrobatics incredibly well. We have pre-damaged Hamilton, so the lowest roll on a critical hit Acrobatics will proc our Citrus Berry, which would save us from getting hit by a second critical hit. Wham bam, swap to Ham. Top ends at 37% without crit. It did not crit. It is no longer holding a Flying Gem. The highest damage a critical hit Grass Knot can do to us is 118 damage. We are going to click Rock Slide. Rock Slide has a chance to one-hit KO. Doesn't matter if it doesn't, though. Goes for Grass Knot. Procs our Citrus Berry. That's okay. I believe that means we are always baiting Scald on Lantern. Came close. But it doesn't matter, because now we kill it with Extreme Speed. I believe we win. It's now only a matter of... I didn't pre-burn Roserade. I did forget to pre-burn Roserade. Okay. We might need to be a little silly here. It should be fine. Worst case scenario, it's we sacrifice Breek. To, like, guarantee a good outcome. Goes for Scald. Can't burn us. We're already burned. Okay. we are going to click Earth Power. Scald. High roll for Ice Beam is 53. Okay, it's clicking Scald. We are safe to swap to Roserade. Doesn't matter if it burns us. We click Magical Leaf. After the damage we did with Seismitoad, it is able to KO thanks to Miracle Seed and our maxed special attack. Hannah, would you like to explain how we do the final turn of this fight?
You click L-Storm.
Except the L isn't for me. The L is for you, Aqua Admin Shelly! Get fucked! That's the Weather Institute, bitch. That's the fucking Weather Institute. Just gotta get that screenshot. Feels good. And I'm just going to, I'm gonna drop this in the Run and Bun Discord for pride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chat. We're not out of the woods. We've still got Bridge Rival coming up. Bridge Rival is not fun, and we don't have Barraskewda, but I think we've got the tools.
You're also about to get one more, which is really nice.
We're about to get one more. Hi, Facts with Cat. Welcome to stream. You arrived just after we cleared Aqua Admin Shelly. I wonder, did you happen to pop in like immediately after I posted that screenshot to the Run and Bun Discord, or are you just a walk-in? Chat, we received cast form. What would we like to name? Aqua Madman, yep. Alright, I don't think anyone's put a cast form on this, but let me see. Nope. Here, Kat, you're new here. Would you like to name our cast form? No, I just opened Twitch and looked at the Emerald category. Oh, well, happy to get you here. I don't know if you're that familiar with Run and Bun. It's a wacky little ROM hack. It's very, very hard. Oh, I'm horrible at nicknames. It's okay. You can be bad. Just respect the cast form. Respect him, and he will provide. I'm indeed familiar with Run and Bun. Okay, cool. Then you know. You know how momentous it is. This is the first time we cleared, like, we've gotten up past Weather Institute. Our PB before this run was Roxanne, so, you know, we've come a long way.
This is really a momentous run.
Genuinely, though. I should also send that to Newt for pride. I just like that I always happen to have you in VC whenever we're taking down an evil team fight.
I like it. It's a good tradition.
I was going to say, I'll have to make sure I get you in here. What's the next one? Is it like Aqua Hideout? No, it's Mount Pyre.
It'll be Magma before. Oh, yeah, Mount Pyre, yeah.
No, boy. Yeah, I'll definitely need some help from Mount Pyre. Here, you know what? If you can't come up with anything, Kat, then we will make it simple.
Lovely.
Wait. Cat's form. There we go.
That's perfect.
I'm very clever. Now, chat, the reason that we didn't encounter a Pokemon on this route is specifically so we would be allowed to take cast form here. And for those of you who know, you might be thinking, well, April, hold on a second. Cast form is dog shit. And you're not wrong, gamer. But you're not thinking hard enough. Because what cast form doesn't bring in raw animal magnetism and sexual virility, it carries in its orbs. It has a life orb. Mild nature. Damn, okay.
Holy hell.
It's got some stats for what it's worth.
One of those 31s is natural, and then there's also a 20.
It's like my Arcanine. Like, pretty sure, doesn't Hammy have like a... Oh no, Hammy just has a 28 in HP. Bulk form, yeah. I mean, minus defense, but like... What move does it have?
There's one fight that you bring this to, you don't care. You don't care about minus defense.
That's funny. Is the one fight I bring it to the one where it dies?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, that's the other thing. I was like, everyone rips on cast form for being bad, which it is, but also it consistently comes to one of the hardest fights in the entire game.
Mount Pyre?
Either Tabitha or Maxie 2.
Okay.
In Hellroom, so yeah.
Alright, now I need to look at something. So, that was... Damn! We go up 1 level, baby!
I know, the best level cap increase in the game.
Rules, whips. Hey, that's 1 more level for Mudkip to not take. And I assume I don't bother leveling up cast form, right?
Definitely not. Like, it doesn't do anything. What's nice about it is that if you hadn't up to now, you now have them on that you can, like, do repel strats with. So, like, I think what you'll do is when it's time for that, I think you bring it up to, like, level 50.
Oh? I'm trying to figure out, what do you, like, repel wild encounter stratting?
At Mount Pyre, you can do it there.
But, like, what does it prevent from showing up?
I think repel manipulating there gives you, like, really good odds to get either a Dreepy, like a Dragapult or a Hydreigon, basically.
I didn't realize that... Okay. I suppose, like, if you're repelling away all of the low-level guys of certain encounter slots, that maybe that, like, prevents them from showing up? Because everything has the same max level.
Yep. Yeah. So what it does is when you're repel manipulating, the max level one can still show up, but all of the other levels that are possible, which make up, like, the rest of the 20% of, like, that encounter, don't show up.
Okay, interesting. Well.
So, like, you're making the concentration of the other ones that don't have those, like, 5 to 58 levels higher. So, like, you're increasing your odds of Drifloon, you're increasing your odds of Zoelis, and you're increasing your odds of Hunch, Crow, and Draco. Everything else gets super reduced. So, basically, that's worth it because increased odds of Dracloak or Zoelis is incredible.
Okay, then. Well, I guess let's enjoy our level cap increase. We still gotta do it. Do I even bother unexporting? Hold on, wait, actually, Scale Shot's kind of crazy.
That's very cool.
Like, do we take it? For the speed up?
I know, I didn't use this, but I know some people do. Like, Gyarados, Scale Shot.
Because, like, do I want it over bouncing and falling on it? Do I want it over crunch? We obviously keep Ice Fang.
I think there might be, like, Peck with it on, like, Winona?
On Winona, okay.
for the Shaman Sky, I think.
Oh, wait, but I have to remember that Crunch does have its uses, because if we get Mega Gyarados, Dark Stab.
Yeah. Which is not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a ways, but it's not crazy.
You can't
Still,
get rid of...
well within Fate and Liza split.
I'm contemplating getting rid of Bounce.
Yeah.
If we need flying type damage, we have Talonflame, we have Corviknight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The other thing is that, like, Bounce is inherently limited just because, like, when you use it, you want to be holding the wide lens.
Exactly. I think I'm gonna get rid of Bounce.
Yeah, Scale Shot is just so cool. It's like a move that actually lets you boost your speed. Like, I think the only ones that you get access to like that in this game is like Rapid Spin and Scale Shot. I think that's it.
Yeah. Who cares if you're dropping your defense if you're going slower than them on turn 1 and faster than them on turn 2?
Yeah, it's just like, it's so incredibly synergistic.
Bounce surely has some double mistargeting AI stuff, though. Maybe, but Gyarados isn't really fast enough to, like, be able to pull shit like that off.
It also absolutely will show, like, kill to think, like, that matters, for sure. But, like, I didn't take Scale Shot when I had a Gyarados, but my Gyarados also, like, died on Winona when I had it.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, my Winona on my winning run was a nightmare.
I'll do some more
3 mons.
I'll do some consulting with the Discord to like ask them, and then I'll do my normal thing where it's like I reserve the right to hack Bounce back onto it if I decide that I like it more before our next fight.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Duchess learns anything. Pretty sure just about everyone's movesets are set in stone. Sans, like, the point in time where we have the hard scales to start actually teaching relearn moves. Yeah, and I got really nervous when I realized I forgot to pre-burn Roserade. I was like, oh no. There's a very realistic chance that we take enough damage on Seismitoad that we potentially bait Ice Beam. Not a monkey run, indeed. Not a monkey run. The turtle has served us very well. It was almost a monkey run. I preloaded, like I did some 6-pack refreshing on like each of the starters until I got some that I liked. So I have like a monkey preloaded that's like naive with a 31 in every IV except for special defense. And it's like, you know, we almost did that one, but our starting encounters for this one were just so good. We got Eldegoss, we got Growlithe, we got a really solid Fletchinger. And it's really carried us.
Yeah.
Huge level ups. Huge level ups.
What's really funny is that this one level up actually like incredibly matters for my bridge rival. I've looked ahead and the one level difference matters a ton for Mega Ampharos.
Incredibly funny. Just for like, it gives you a few more
I'm
stat
just
points.
not hitting a range. Yeah. I don't 100% hit a range if I don't. And also, I think I barely like dodge a range for someone else seeing something into me.
Yeah. And I suppose you could rare candy, but then it's costing you a resource.
Yeah. I've also already used all my rare candies. I haven't used any scales.
Wait, you used all of your rare candies?
Not all of my rare candies. Like I still have, but I've used like 5 of them.
Jesus. Wait, 5. Hold on. I only have 4. I think. Oh wait, no, that's
4
right.
though. I've used 4.
Yeah,
4, and then I have 3 remaining. I'm pretty sure because there's 7 available.
Because I've used 2. There might be 1 from Surf Sim that I haven't gone and picked up yet.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I still have a Surf Sim thing that I need to collect.
I can't believe we cleared Shelly. I can't believe it. That was such a bitch of a fight, and we did it, like, really fast.
Yeah. Life Orb is so good.
I know.
I'm gonna miss it so much.
You not having Life Orb is like me not having Iron Ball. Devastating, but you can live without it.
Yeah, very much true. It just might mean that, like, in more situations, I might need to, like, use a scale.
But also, like, the HP control.
Yeah, that's, like, legitimately very good sometimes.
Wait, who in here? There we go. Like, who'd I forget to move?
So how much have you looked at the bridge rival fight?
Not a lot.
Very fair.
Which is to say, not at all. I've seen other people do bridge rival fight with Turtle. Oh shit, Thunderbolt. That's kind of nice. Do I want Thunderbolt more than Wild Charge?
You have 3 of the Mons to do the really funny strat, which is good.
Do I want Thunderbolt more than Wild Charge? Probably, right?
Up to you. There's some value in having at least one Mon that attacks physically with electric, but...
Yeah. Jane's so bad at it. It's like, I have to keep Super Fang and Thunder Wave, because Jane always has utility as our catcher guy.
Yeah, and I think you want Knock as well, because, like, you just saw that was useful, right? And I imagine it'll see a few more uses doing stuff like that in, like, Magma Hideout. So yeah, it's really just, do you want the physical or do you want the special?
Well, it's less physical or special and more like, do I want physical with recoil or special with no recoil?
Yeah, that as well.
Because, like, what, Thunder Punch is 70...
usually isn't, like, a huge deal, but...
Yeah, because you're calculating for it, but... Like, what's Thunder Punch? Yeah, it's 75, not a comparable retutor. I do definitely think I sabotaged some of my early game movesets by being too afraid of having moves that had recoil.
Ruination
before Ruination was a thing.
So
yeah. Because funny enough, I think my only other electric type damage is physical electric on Togedemaru with Zing Zap.
You've got the Electrode now, but...
Oh, I do have Electrode now, but Electrode's all special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so in that case, we keep Wild Charge. I mean, what's your IVs at? IVs on what specifically?
I imagine Eel.
Oh, yeah. Eel has almost identical attack and special attack. I think its attack is like 7 points higher. 6 points higher. 167 attack versus 161 special attack. I definitely thought... No! No, I'm not! It is 167 versus 161. I'm just living my life. Let me play Pokemon. I thought I was the one that got baited. Oh, golly. Alright. Nomo lives to see another day, baby. Look, every day we don't sack Nomo, another angel loses its wings.
Every day you don't?
Yeah. You heard me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It's like, wow, that's so mean to Nomo.
Respectfully, have you seen her stats?
Yeah.
All right. I'll get these fixed in the calculator in a minute. We cleared Weather Institute! Yippee!
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Next stream, probably Thursday? I might on Wednesday, but probably not. Okay, I'm gonna bring Nomo to the Elite Four at this rate. Like, just for the fucking shit post. Like, I'm gonna bring Nomo to the Elite.
Cheat in Shell Smash.
I'm gonna bring Nomo with 1 HP for all of the Elite Four, so that way she never feels safe. Know that at any point, you are an eject button. But yeah, we might do a thing on Wednesday, might not. I probably will want the time to hang out with my wife and play Silksong. And also, we just did one big annoying calc, and now I'm gonna have to do another big annoying calc, hopefully. Bridge Rival, I don't think is as devastating as, like, Cycling Road Rival. I think we have a lot of really good tools for handling it, so hopefully it won't be too rough. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Hannah, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me and helping out with all this. Your wisdom and insight continue to be not indispensable, not irreparable. You're a boon to my channel. I appreciate you doing what you do.
Absolutely. It's always fun.
But yeah, chat, with all that being said, until next time, I have been April, she has been May, you have all been incredible, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good night, folks.